Hello and welcome. I'm Geeta Mohan and you're watching India Today Global. The top story coming in from the neighborhood as Pakistan Parliament enacted the 27th constitutional amendment granting lifetime immunity to Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir and President Asif Zardari. A letter was submitted by former Prime Minister Imran Khan's sisters to Punjab Police Chief Usman Anwar, accusing the police of using brutal and orchestrated violence against Pakistan Tehrik-e-Insaf supporters. Family members of Imran Khan and supporters have accused the Pakistani military establishment of torturing Imran Khan, who is lodged in Rawalpindi's Adiala jail since 2023. They have not been allowed to meet Imran Khan by the authorities, citing security reasons. Amid reports of Imran Khan's solitary confinement and failed attempts at meeting the former premier, Khan's sisters Noreen Khan, Aleema Khan and Uzma Khan protested outside the jail with PTI supporters. The sisters claim they're being denied a meeting for consecutively third week. According to Aleema Khan, she last met her brother on the 20th of March of this year in Adiala jail. The sisters accused that the government was mistreating the PTI chief. On the 24th of March, the Islamabad High Court restored Khan's regular meeting schedule with his family, lawyers and friends. Despite the court order, jail authorities did not allow his sisters to meet the former Pakistani premier. This has led to speculations that Imran Khan may have been shifted to another jail or been put on solitary confinement yet again.
ने कहा था क्या इमरान खान को अडियाला में है या उनको कहीं शिफ्ट कर दिया जब हमें इस किस्म
We were told that Imran Khan is in Adiala jail, but then we heard he was shifted elsewhere. When we hear such rumors, we get worried. We have had no news of Imran Khan for 3 weeks. At the very least, they should let us meet or share information about his whereabouts. Last week, we were informed that we would not be allowed to meet him until Asim Munir issues a notification.
कोई तो रिस्पांसिबिलिटी बनती है कि हमें कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन ही देते हैं चले मिलवाते नहीं है पिछले हफ्ते किसी ने हमें आगे कहा कि तब तक नहीं आपको मिलवाएंगे जब तक आसिम मुनीर की नोटिफिकेशन नहीं हो जाती.
My colleague Pranay Upadhyay joins me for more on this. Pranay, it seems like everything has come to a head when it comes to Imran Khan and the fact that the establishment, an emboldened one at that, is disallowing the family members to meet the former premier. Will they finally be given permission or not?
That remains a million-dollar question, Geeta, that where and how Imran Khan is, because he has been kept into this Adiala jail. You know that how notorious Adiala jail is. This is the same place where the former Prime Minister of Pakistan, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, was hanged in 1979. So clearly there are questions of worry among the family, his supporters. He holds a huge fan base and supporter base in Pakistan, and that remains a kind of guarantee for him. But that remains a question that why family is not being allowed, and for consecutively third week, if you see, today is the 22nd day of denial of any access to Imran Khan, and his family, his supporters have staged protest outside Adiala jail. The way they have been treated by the police authorities, the only reason given to them so far is only the security reason. What security argument behind the denial? Nothing has been explained by the Pakistani military establishment or Pakistan police authorities. He has been kept into this Adiala jail since 2023, and nobody knows how Imran Khan is. So definitely, that remains a question. That remains a matter of worry for his supporters, his party members, and this is for the Pakistan military establishment to explain. And you rightly pointed it out that this is the more emboldened Pakistan military establishment in Pakistan after the 26th parliamentary, the constitutional amendment and in 27th parliamentary amendment, and now they are also preparing for the reports suggesting that an emergency session of Pakistani parliament is also being convened, though a letter has already been sent by the PTI members to the superintendent of Adiala Adiala jail, that tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow they will again try and have a meeting with Imran Khan.
Right. We were talking about this administration becoming emboldened. It's not just about the constitutional amendment, Pranay. It's also about the fact that it seems like the military establishment thinks that they have the support of DC, so they needn't care about what the international community is thinking.
Oh, you are right. Definitely, that is the reason that why Pakistan military establishment thinks that they can get away with anything. But today, if you see how Nawaz Sharif came out after long and how he lashed out after winning many by-elections, now today Nawaz Sharif spoke and he said a very pertinent point. He said that, you know, not only Imran Khan should be held accountable, but people, those who brought Imran Khan to power, they should be also be held accountable. And you know whom he was pointing towards? It is the same military establishment, because Imran Khan was brought to power by the military establishment. The different generals were there in power at that point of time, and now different generals are holding the GHQ Rawalpindi. But it is the power establishment, it is the military establishment which always plays with the politics of Pakistan and which remain a constant factor in Pakistani politics. But now things have changed in a way, because Imran Khan has become a factor of Pakistani politics, because he holds a support base. Still, in the 2023 election, you see that how Pakistan military has managed to form or to have a government of Shahbaz Sharif, but the Imran Khan's party still managed to secure the largest number of MPs in Pakistan
Right.
National Assembly. So that remains a political factor and a question of uncertainty in Pakistan politics.
Well, Pranay, coming to what is happening in Pakistan, and you just spoke about Nawaz Sharif, Asif Ali Zardari also being given immunity. These are leaders who have compromised. What we're looking at maybe is one of the strongest leaders in Pakistan in decades who did not kowtow or bow down to the establishment or to the West. And he's paying, it's a consequence of that.
Oh, in fact, Geeta, I think that Imran Khan also tried having a deal, because you remember his statement where he said, before going to jail, he said that, you know, I want to directly talk to establishment, let us have deal something. But I think it's because of the clash of personalities. Imran Khan versus Asim Munir. They had their own history, because Imran Khan as Prime Minister removed Asim Munir when he was heading the ISI at that point of time, when he reportedly leaked certain documents, some papers and some reports about Bushra Bibi, wife of Imran Khan. And I think that was the personal acrimony, the personal chemistry between these two figures of Pakistan politics and Pakistan establishment that has actually ruined the possible ties. And I think the Pakistan political establishment also do not want Imran Khan to be brought out and given a, because this it is kind of a political
Pranay,
insurance.
but Pranay, you know, all the other leaders also have had all this in the past, and they know that, you know, he might have had all of that, but he did not compromise on certain grounds, especially when he was taking on the West. It might have been Biden administration. It's not Trump administration. Trump might have to wake up to what's happening in Pakistan right now. But the fact is that there are certain things he stayed true to, rather than cutting a deal and maybe going to London, because that was a conversation that was happening.
Absolutely, you're right. There were certain things where, Imran Khan stood firm on his ground. He gathered and he garnered a lot of support. And in fact, if you see his political and his tenure, he won even Punjab, which was earlier considered as the PMLN stronghold. So definitely he became a political force in Pakistan politics, and he still holds a lot of influence in Pakistan, and he has a popular support as well. And that's why it's a matter of worry for many people in Pakistan established politics, and as well as the Pakistan military. And therefore there are many forces, there are many factors, and there are many players who do not want Imran to come out. But he did not, he was also given an offer to leave Pakistan. You are right that he did not make any bargain deal, he did not go for that deal, and he did not make any compromise with the Pakistan military establishment, and that's why he is languishing in jail.
Well, that's right, Pranay. The fact is that there is a massive support for Imran Khan. You made a very pertinent point when you said that this military establishment thinks they can get away with anything and everything. The big question is, can they get away with murder? Because those are the rumor mills. We're not saying that he's not safe, but we're certainly saying that he's being kept at bay when it comes to his family, and that certainly is violative of his rights. Thank you so much, Pranay, for joining us. Keep tracking the story. It's a very important one. We'll come back to you for all the latest. With that, shifting focus. US President Donald Trump says peace talks between Russia and Ukraine are moving forward, even as key disagreements remain and new attacks hit Ukraine. Here's a report by Mahashweta Lala.
I would like to get the peace. It should have been.
US President Donald Trump has expressed tremendous progress in the Russia-Ukraine peace talk, except for a few remaining points of disagreement. However, he has directed his special envoy, Steve Witkoff, to go to Moscow next week to meet Russian President Vladimir Putin. Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, is also expected to go with Witkoff. Trump has also said he hopes to meet both the Russian and Ukrainian presidents, but not till a deal is more finalized. He also said Army Secretary Dan Driscoll will also meet the Ukrainian side.
Well, you're having Zelensky to come visit you. We're having good. I don't know. He would like to come, but I think we should get a deal done first. We're having good talks. We started with Russia. We're having some talks with Russia. Ukraine is doing well. I think they're pretty happy about it. They'd like to see it end. And we won't know for a little while, but we're making progress.
Though progress has been made in terms of a new draft proposal, no decision on final text has been made. There are differences in three crucial issues. One on the cessation of territories, second on limiting the Ukrainian army to 600,000, and on Ukraine leaving the dream to be part of NATO.
Некоторые моменты на них можно посмотреть позитивно, но многое требует специальной дискуссии между экспертами.
Regarding land concessions, President Trump said negotiations were on.
Look, it's just moving in one direction. So eventually that's land that over the next couple of months might be gotten by Russia anyway. So do you want to fight and lose another 50, 60,000 people? Or do you want to do something now? In some cases, the land is going in the other direction. So they're negotiating. They're trying to get it done. You want to have a border. You can't have a border that goes through a highway or border that goes through the middle of a town. So that doesn't work. So it's a long, complicated process, and very, very sad because so many people may kill.
What's the next step?
They're going to keep talking. They're talking to Russia now. Steve Witkoff is going over, maybe with Jared. I'm not sure about Jared going, but he's involved in the process. Smart guy. And they're going to be meeting with President Putin, I believe, next week in Moscow.
Next week in Moscow?
I think 2 weeks.
With the United States of America.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said security concerns should involve Ukraine and Europe.
That was our position. Right now, when it comes to security, there is nothing to divide between us, and there are no separate issues. Everything affects all of us, and everyone needs to be fully informed. We firmly believe security decisions about Ukraine must include Ukraine. That was our position in Geneva, and always security decisions about Europe must include Europe, and the same applies to Canada, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, other countries, and every nation.
As talks for peace continue, Russian forces staged a massive drone attack on the southeastern Ukrainian city of Zaporizhia, triggering fires, injuring 12 people and badly damaging buildings and vehicles. With Mahashweta Lala, Bureau Report, India Today.
US President Donald Trump's meeting with New York City Mayor-elect Trump-Mamdani on the 21st of May has gone viral on internet for all the right and particularly wrong reasons. The reason the internet is flooded with Trump-Mamdani memes is because Mamdani, a democratic socialist, has been a vocal critic of Trump and his policies. And just weeks ago, Trump rallied against communist Mamdani and threatened to have the Indian origin politician arrested and deported. While Mamdani had branded Trump a fascist and said he was the president's biggest nightmare, the internet, which was expecting a clash between the two, exploded with memes, declaring it the plot twist of 2025. The encounter between the two leaders became a golden topic for meme enthusiasts across social media, with users talking about how they witnessed an alternate timeline where ideological opposites suddenly became best friends, while many also criticized them. There are reports that FBI Director Kash Patel is to be replaced by co-deputy director of FBI, Andrew Bailey. Now, this news comes as talks of Kash Patel's replacement is coming after FBI director has been criticized for his misuse of bureau resources, including using government jet and security detail for his girlfriend. Patel has also been criticized for seeking elite SWAT team detail to protect his girlfriend and country singer Alexis Wilkins. The decision to provide a SWAT team to Wilkins follows Patel's insistence that she had received hundreds of credible death threats linked to her relationship with Patel. The FBI director's repeated use of a $60 million FBI Gulfstream jet for trips connected to Wilkins, including flights to her performances and cross-country visits, have also come under scanner. But the White House refuted the news and called it completely made up. Though President Trump praised Patel for doing a good job, the FBI director is having differences with U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi. The AG and her deputy, Todd Blanche, expressed their frustrations over Patel's social media posts, jeopardizing investigations.
Are you planning to replace Kash Patel as
No,
FBI
he's
director?
doing a good job.
This week?
Kash Patel? No, he's doing a great job, I think.
London's billionaire bubble is bursting and some of the world's richest are quietly leaving the United Kingdom. From tax fears to sweeping policy changes, the ultra-wealthy are now relocating to places like Dubai, Dublin, and Switzerland. So what's driving this sudden exodus and what does it mean for Britain? Here's a report.
London's billionaire bubble is bursting and the ultra-rich are quietly fleeing the UK in a way the country hasn't seen in decades. Why? Because the one thing they fear the most, taxes, may be about to hit them harder than ever. Indian-born steel tycoon Lakshmi Mittal is the latest name on that growing exit list. The ArcelorMittal chairman, worth over $21 billion, will now split his time between Switzerland and Dubai. And he's not alone. Tech founder Herman Narula, former England footballer Rio Ferdinand, Revolut co-founder Nick Storonowski, Egyptian billionaire Nassef Sawiris, and several others have recently changed their residency, citing one common concern: high taxes. So what exactly are they worried about? The UK has already raised capital gains tax, tightened entrepreneur relief, and made transferring family businesses more expensive. But the real trigger appears to be inheritance tax, which can apply to global assets depending on where you're domiciled. Many wealthy foreign residents simply can't understand why everything they own worldwide should fall under the UK's 40% inheritance tax. That fear, combined with talks of stricter rules, has pushed many to leave, and what's coming next has them even more anxious. Facing a massive £20 billion hole in national finances, the Labour government is considering new levies. A potential exit tax of up to 20% for entrepreneurs moving their wealth overseas, a mansion tax on expensive homes, and possibly higher taxes for the ultra-rich. Rachel Reeves has ruled out a standalone wealth tax, but her actions say something else. She's already scrapped the non-dom regime and cracked down on offshore trusts. For many high net worth individuals, the writing is on the wall. But can these taxes actually fix the UK's financial troubles? Some experts believe they can. A 2020 Wealth Tax Commission study estimated that a simple 1.12% annual wealth tax on assets above £10 million could raise £10 billion a year. Our public opinion is firmly on Reeves' side. Most Labour and Green voters believe taxing the rich will fix public services. Interestingly, even many millionaires agree. The group Patriotic Millionaires UK is openly demanding a 2% wealth tax on fortunes above £10 million. The big question is, will London lose its edge? For decades, the city's flexible tax regime, legal system, culture, schools and stability have made it irresistible for global billionaires, and many will still stay, especially those with deep roots, businesses, or families. But for others, especially entrepreneurs and investors who can easily relocate, cities like Dublin and Dubai are becoming far more attractive. Dubai offers zero inheritance tax, while Ireland continues to cater generously to non-dom residents. The UK may be entering a new chapter, one where the world's richest are no longer sure if London is the right place to call home. With Jyoti Shukla, Bureau Report, India Today Global.
Let's take a look at some other stories from across the world in World at a Glance.
Brazil's Supreme Court ordered former President Jair Bolsonaro to begin a 27-year prison sentence for a coup plot against his successor. His sons met Bolsonaro at federal police headquarters in Brazil and denounced what they called a politically motivated prosecution against him. A day after Bolsonaro was transferred from house arrest to detention, told judge that he violated his electronic ankle monitoring during his house arrest due to medicine-induced paranoia and hallucination. 24 girls abducted from a boarding school in Kebbi State, northwestern Nigeria, have been released and have arrived at the Kebbi State Government House awaiting official handover to their parents. They were captured on November 17 when armed men stormed their school in Kebbi State shortly after a military detachment left the premises. A woman with family relations to White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt is in ICE custody. She was arrested earlier this month near Boston. Bruna Caroline Ferreira, a Brazil native and the mother of Leavitt's nephew, was arrested near Boston, though Leavitt's nephew has lived in New Hampshire with his father since birth. Several people have died and at least 15 are injured after fire engulfed apartment blocks in the Tai Po district of Hong Kong. Firefighters tried to control the situation in the Wang Fuk Court residential estate, which housed at least 4,600 residents.
That's all on this edition of India Today Global. Keep watching India Today for all the latest news and updates, and for all the international news, log on to India Today Global's YouTube channel. Goodbye and take care.